Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, Patrice Endres, is that how you say her name? Unsolved Mysteries, the rebooted version, I guess. The new version that Netflix has released. Season 1, Episode 2, I suppose we can say it. The hairdresser. People are wanting to know what's happened. I'm getting an awful lot of Unsolved Mysteries requests from people. And interestingly enough, I am not really a true crime reader. I'm not saying that I am not that because I don't do well at it. I'm saying I'm not that because I don't know that I've really ever, given it a solid try kind of thing. That's new territory for me. So, people are wanting to know what happened to her, and we're going to see what, if anything, we can find out today. But letting everybody know, again, this is going to be totally experimental because I haven't really tried something quite like this before. I mean, the closest thing I've done, I guess, was the Tiger King reading that I did couple months back. That's about the closest that I've got for you. Like I tell everybody, okay, here we go. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. And these videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful, so if you're down with that, please join the family here. We'd love to have you. So yeah, let me go ahead, in that case, pull up the cards, move this here microphone out of the way, move my body into the way. Well, first, don't be a salty heifer about this reading, okay? Don't be a salty heifer. Ain't nobody like a salty ass heifer, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Alright, let's get shuffled up. And as we get shuffled up, I will draw your attention down here to the bottom of the screen and remind you that this is all alleged. All alleged. All alleged. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know, shocker, I'm not pulling any context on this just yet. What? I know, right? Freak out. But I'm just wanting to get started on this, and if we want to pull some context on these, which I'm sure we will, we'll get to it, but I gotta get started on this. This entire top row was nothing but cups cards, which y'all saw, talking about emotions, there are elements to this case that are emotional, and I mean more than just the fact that it's emotional that someone was killed, more than just that. I mean that the nature of what happened was emotional. So that leads me to believe this was not, some random occurrence by some random person per se. Because there would be no emotional attachment to that. You know what I mean? That would be just a stranger kind of thing. So it makes me feel like there's an emotional attachment to something that happened. I guess that's possible that it could be a stranger that you had enough interaction with them that there was something going on at an emotional level, something that bothered her, Patrice, in an emotional way or something like that. I'm sure that's a possibility, but do you see what I'm saying with that? That's kind of what that top row is looking like. With this is talking about the disappearance at her work. Here we get the Queen of Wands upright, which would make me feel like it's about her at her work, and I see a King of Cups in reverse here. So I'm seeing already a male figure kind of showing up here at her work. This bottom row gets me because with this bottom row, this Six of Cups card would be representing her son. Pistol was his name, I think. Judgment card upright, Emperor card in reverse. The Emperor is a father figure. And I am getting that this is representing, I'm hoping his name is Rob, the stepdad. And with Judgment card upright, this is kind of talking about a reckoning, Judgment Day, that kind of a thing, with him being in reverse and him being upright. So it's like what these cards are saying is, if you've seen the episode, the allegations, or at least the concerns raised by Pistol, the ideas raised by Pistol, are more likely to be true because he's in the upright position here. Whereas we have, in terms of, what's the truth, let's have this, awakening moment, reckoning of what the truth is. Then you over here have stepdad, and stepdad is in the reverse position, meaning that he was controlling and domineering, and what he is doing and saying is controlling the situation in attempts to be in his favor, but he's being deceitful there. So if people were wondering, saying like, well, it's very weird that he's got a totally different story to things than he does. Which one is which then? Is it like some kid that just really didn't like this guy, so he's telling lies? Or some guy that just really didn't like this kid, so he's telling lies? Or are they both telling lies? Because they can't both be telling the truth. Well, here's your answer. It looks like Pistol is telling the truth with some things, and stepdad is not telling the truth in some things. So already we're seeing that. Let me go ahead and move these cards and put them on top of this just for the sake of cleaning up my workstation here. Everybody got a clean work area? Yes. Let's pull some more on this. Let me scooch on over as I thump my table around. See what else we can find in this. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Guess what I want now? Context. That's right, context. And we're gonna give everybody some context. Let's give you some context over here. Give you some context. Let's give it all. Take a look at a little bit of everything here. Oh, God. Okay. So, what it's looking like. Let me see. Okay. So, this... You've seen in the past that we've talked about the Fool card sometimes represents kids, people under the age of 18. Then we have the Temperance card on top of that. It looks like there was, in some ways, what some people might consider an imbalance in the home or relationship where Patrice was what some people would consider too connected to her son. Like, how people are like, oh, you're so far up your mother's house, or oh, you need to cut the umbilical cord. How some people, have some things to say when they think relationships are too close or whatever. And it's usually people who are insecure or just don't understand that in a lot of ways it's okay for moms and sons to be close. Of course there's always some things that can be too far, but I'm seeing that kind of come up here about their closeness, and with the King of Wands in reverse on top of the Ten of Wands, that's saying that again with that stepdad, he didn't feel like that was worth it. He felt like, I thought I was going to be able to have more time with her, more space with just her, and I really wish this kid wasn't around. And they did touch on that in the show to kind of say how much the two of them didn't like each other, Pistol and the stepdad. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse clarifying it, it's saying that there was kind of like this point of no return where they hit some kind of a bad luck type spot and realized what wasn't working out, and it was kind of like, nothing's gonna get better at this point. And even, in the show, it looks like the stepdad's kind of denying that, saying like, no, we never talked about divorce. We had a great time. It was the best years of my life and all that. And other people, like Pistol said, yeah, they did talk about divorce. Here, it's looking like they did. They did talk about divorce, allegedly. Again, all of this is alleged. Because, and when I say they, I'm thinking she, as in Patrice, talked about divorce because she felt like this isn't going to work out. But he wasn't okay with that because he wanted her at all costs. So that's just some insights that we're seeing here for what they're worth. With the Sun card, again, Star card in reverse, it's just like things weren't going to be able to move forward. Now, this is where things get a little interesting, these two piles here. I'm going to pull extra context on each of these real quick. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Hierophant card upright, talking about commitment, a lot of times talking about marriage. The Moon card upright, there are secrets in this marriage, things that people didn't know. There were secrets that even Pistol probably didn't know because, as parents, even if they may discuss things or argue in front of the kids, a lot of times parents will try to do that privately, and not be in front of people. And it's saying that there were a lot of private discussions between Patrice and her husband at that time, the stepdad. There were a lot of discussions where there are things now that are now considered hidden secrets, hidden agendas, because they were never able to come out. And who knows if maybe she was able to divorce him like it looks like she was wanting to. Maybe after that she would have felt able to kind of tell people some of those secrets. But for the time being, she didn't, and those things never came out. So nobody ever knew about some of those secrets. This here, the Five of Swords in reverse, talks about wanting to walk away. She wanted to get away, and she was kind of starting to get prepared to get away at all costs. So she was getting to that point where it felt a little bit more desperate to get out of that marriage, allegedly. Chariot card. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, relationship. So the Chariot card, as you see, this guy is driving a chariot. And so this kind of is bringing up the discussions about vehicles. And we know from watching that episode that there was some talk about vehicles. They were saying, it's possible that there was some blue vehicle out in front of the shop. Somebody else said there might have been a van or something. People weren't sure about, if there was another vehicle or like exactly what about that other vehicle. But what they were sure about was that she would usually park her truck in a certain spot and it wasn't parked in that exact same spot, and that was fishy. There is something about that here. There's something about that here. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse, this is about taking something away. Ooh, taking something away. She did have missing money in her cash drawer in her hair salon. So taking something away. With the Two of Cups being upright, this wasn't a stranger. Whoever it was that she was talking with wasn't a complete stranger, because I have the relationship card right here. So whoever did this to her or arranged this or whatever you want to call it, allegedly, I'm thinking that she knew them, or that they were familiar in some kind of a way. I think they had some sort of a relationship, some kind of a, like, they knew each other or knew of each other. Justice card in reverse. Well, we know what that's about. It's illegal to murder. And it's unfair for that to happen. That's exactly why that card would come up here. So making plans. Something about making plans, but plans not being able to go through. Making plans, but plans not being able to go through about lovers. Did she have another relationship, maybe? Like, and I don't know this for sure, obviously. I don't know any of this shit, but, you know, all alleged, whatever. But, like, was she considering leaving for another person, even? Like, did she have a kind of a side relationship that she was considering, or considering leaving for another person, even? And if not, clearly with the Lover's card upright, there was something going on. She knew something was going on. High Priestess upright is talking about having some sort of knowledge of something. Knew there was something going on. It had something to do with family. This is her in the reverse position. So this is her now all of a sudden in a disadvantaged position. So, okay. This is somebody being sneaky and shifty. Sneaky and shifty. Oh, crap. This is somebody that's been beaten down, per se. Again, all alleged. Like, with the Three of Hearts in reverse, it's like someone's scorned or something. Like someone was scorned. Like either it was someone who felt like they wanted her and couldn't have her, or someone that felt like she did them wrong and they were mad at her, or someone that felt like even if it was, if we're going to try to say it was random, because some people want to try to say that, and say it was somebody that put on advances, or tried to do sexual things against her consent, and she resisted, even that would come up here. So, it could cover both rounds, but again, from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't, to me, feel like there was a complete stranger in this, or it feels like there was somebody that there was some kind of a connection there, or some kind of a relationship there, or a knowing or understanding or something there. I don't feel like a complete and utter nobody or something was involved in this. And yeah, that Nine of Wands upright worries me, because that's kind of like a beaten type card. So I know they didn't actually say how she passed. They just said that she disappeared, and then they found her remains later in some woods, some remote area woods, so they didn't say like what happened to her, but this makes me feel like she was tousled up pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean pretty bad, obviously. also, before I even pull more, this says it all. Eight of Swords, somebody who was trapped. So it's kind of like she was taken against her will, where she was trapped in something, and that this means trapped in a figurative sense as well. So like literally both. That she was stuck in a situation she felt like she couldn't get out of. The Tower is like everything crumbling down on her, and realizing it's kind of like, now or never time, things are crumbling down. What can she do in this situation? Like, crap, how do I get out of this? What's going on? And then boom, a painful ending. Which, I mean, she passed away, obviously. Painful ending right there with that. It's not over, obviously. Unsolved mystery. I'm still getting about something going on about family. There's the divorce card. This is family in reverse, not a happily ever after. This is the divorce card. Their relationship does seem to come up a lot in this. It does. Her relationship with her husband, that stepdad, Rob or whatever, does keep coming up here in this. This is like wanting a divorce, talking about getting the papers ready, someone being like, that's not going to happen over my dead body. Will that happen? No pun intended. Jeez. Lord. Strength card in reverse, talking about I feel scared and insecure about this. She was worried. She was nervous and worried and scared and insecure. She wasn't okay, y'all. This runs deeper than what they let on. Yeah, Page of Swords. Someone being deceptive here. Knight of Wands upright. Moving forward whether you like it or not kind of thing. I'm moving on with my life whether you like it or not. Y'all. I mean, look at this card. Does that not look like somebody's remains laying on a table or whatever? Eternal rest. Wow, only one card fell just now. One card fell. Let's see what it was. No! The death card, y'all! It fell, and it fell on the floor, just one card down like this. And then I went boop and flipped it over. I didn't plan that. Y'all saw this. You see what I'm doing? I'm not planning this crap. Who has time and the ability to think out storyboards for how to plan for tarot? For fuck's sake. Y'all. Allegedly, it is a bold-faced lie for Rob to say, if that's his name, I can't even remember, the stepdad, for him to say he doesn't know what happened to her. He knows what happened to her. He may not have been the person to do the final thing. I don't know from this. I haven't gotten confirmation one way or another that he was the person that did the final thing. But what I know is he knew. He knew that she was gone. He knew that she had passed. He knew something had happened to her. There's more to this. I'm like, he's such a fibber. No, but seriously. Lying ass motherfucker, for real. Excuse me. See, this is why I can't do stuff like this, because then I get all like worked up and I start cussing and stuff. I'm gonna like, lose monetization or whatever. And it was about fighting. Because the Nine of Pentacles upright is single. She wanted to be single. It's about fighting because she wanted to be single, y'all. He's like, if I can't have you, nobody can. That's exactly what he was thinking. Because he's not even letting Pistol have any of her remains. He has the remains completely and he sleeps with them at night. I mean, if that doesn't say weird, jealous, possessive, what does? Allegedly. My God. Let me pull these up and reshuffle and then just see what else, if anything, we can get from this before I end it. Lord. He knows something. He flat out knows something. All right. Let's see. Yep. Trying to make all my own money. All I want is me and my kid, ready for having a new emotional adventure in my life. I feel like things are looking up because things are going to get better for me. I'm going to leave this heartache, heartbreak behind. I'm just waiting for a good time to bounce. It can't get any clearer than that. End of the fighting. I want to be free and be me and start something new. This is just, I don't want to work on this anymore. What don't you want to work on anymore? Lovers, this relationship, here we go again. Father figure, stepdad in reverse. And then Eight of Cups card upright talking about leaving. This is a I want to leave the relationship card. Again, pulling more on this friggin' dude. I need to come up with like fake cusses so that I can still get out the that I need to get out, but without, losing this on videos. I don't know. You're allowed to say mofo at least? Can I mean, what do you call this guy? Turd nugget? That's what we're going to call him. Turd nugget here. Turd nugget over here is looking out, making plans because things aren't going the way that he wants them to go. Bad luck card, endings. Yeah, things that aren't going the way that he planned. This is emotional. Charging forward by doing something illegal. He was involved. Again, I don't know if he's the one that did the final blow, but he was involved. Turd Nugget lied. He was involved. He knows what happened. And more than just knowing because, he heard somewhere in the grapevine, he knew because he's got intimate knowledge of something associated with her disappearance and death. Yeah. I'm tired of being bummed out. I don't want that anymore. I don't want you to be single. We just talked about that card. So rest eternally instead. Eight of Wands in reverse. There are some sort of receipts out there. So I know the police are still open. They have tip lines and stuff. All these unsolved mystery stuff. People are like, if you have any information, please call, blah, 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 or whatever. Like, there's something out there that could implicate him as knowing more than he's letting on. And there's stuff out there that could prove she was trying to leave and he was upset by that. Again, here she comes up in reverse after this being beat up card. I think that she was like actually beaten in some sort of way. Like not just a quick, blow kind of a thing, and that's all she would have to suffer. I think that there was some sort of some not good stuff that's happened. More than just a clean break per se. I hate talking about that. I don't even know how to. Yeah, not happily ever after. Unsolved. We're still getting those cards. See, being shifty. He knows more about it. There is something that has to do with the car. There was something that has to do with the car that has to do with being shifty. So this whole like sneaking around and trying to do something sneaky, using that car had to do with doing something sneaky. So I don't know if it was using the car to throw people off, or using a different car so that people wouldn't know that he had something to do with it, or there's something meant to be shifty and shady and throw people off about the whole car thing. There's something meant to be messy about that to throw people off, or something like that. He might have had help with something though. Page of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. Kind of like talking about paying money and having some more information that way. So it's either could have been paying somebody off to do something, or could have been paying hush money some kind of way to somebody. Devil card in reverse, breaking these chains. Queen of Cups upright, Star card in reverse. It's just we're getting repeats now. We're getting repeats. Let me see if I'll get anything else on the leaving card though. Yeah, she knew something was coming. So she was wanting to head out because she knew something was coming. About relationships. Y'all, I can't make this up. You see me shuffle. She knew something was coming. What did she know? The divorce card again, y'all. What did she know? Here we go again, the painful ending. She knew something was coming. Like, I don't know if she knew that she was gonna pass away per se. I don't know that, but she knew something wasn't right, something wasn't okay, and that something was happening. And I feel like with some of the cards that we've seen here, she probably tried to kind of resist some of the things that were happening, and they happened anyway. Don't bite the hand that feeds. Power, control, dominance. There's an aspect of this. She passed in by means of someone exercising power, control, and dominance over her. And she was able to see things for what they really were. Again, these are the hidden secrets that she and Rob knew and other people didn't know. She knew more than what we realized she knew. Rob knows more. Turd Nugget knows more than what we realized he would. And more than what he's saying, for sure. Judgment. A reckoning is coming. Again, I'm not saying that he physically did it per se, because I don't know. But what I do know is that he knew she was gone. And he knows more than he's let on. And she was too trying to divorce him and get away. And she knew something bad was coming. And it unsettled her. And she tried to fight back some sort of way. And she was dominated and controlled and overpowered in such a way that it took her life. Judgment Day. Knight in shining armor, King of Cups. It is possible that she might have had some sort of a side relationship with some other guy, even if it was platonic, like just a friendship, and her turd nugget didn't like her being friends with the guy. It could be she actually had like something where she had some actual feelings for another guy. I don't know, but I keep seeing it come up in the cards that there's a possibility that there was another male in the mix here, and that we don't know about yet. If that makes sense. Someone keeping quiet about it. Whoever it is watching these things and watching how stuff develops. And they were watching her for a while. And here we go with the death card again. Here we go with the Knight of Wands again. It's sometimes that card is like the fuckboy card or whatever. So it is possible there was another man involved some sort of way. It's possible she had a friendship with another male. It's possible she lusted after another male, or he lusted after her per se. It's possible that there was some kind of there's another dynamic here that we weren't told from the episode that I'm seeing in here. But she darn sure was planning on how to get away. Yep. All the cards are pointing to her planning how to get away, trying to make a decision on how to get away, trying to find out when's the right time to get away. Nothing was ever good enough. And here's that commitment card again, the marriage card again. Y'all, I'm getting repeats. I wonder if we'll ever know. You know, with Unsolved Mysteries, a lot of times we never know, but sometimes people put in good tips and stuff like that, and things get figured out. Cold cases can sometimes get solved. It happens, y'all. It happens. What do y'all think, based on what you saw here? What do y'all think? Lord, help. Woo! Anywho, if y'all want to book a private reading with me, look in the description box down below. It'll answer your questions. There's an Acuity calendar link there that'll take you to my scheduler, so you can schedule your own reading by yourself based on how much time you'd like to have. And yeah, it'll answer your questions. Subscribe if you want to be a part of this channel more. Do y'all feel like this went well? Like I said, this was a experiment. I don't usually do these. Do you want me to do these on the other episodes? That's the only episode that I've really paid attention to thus far. I need to watch the others. But is this something you're even interested in? You know, I don't want to put crap forth if that's not what you're interested in, but I had several people ask about this episode in particular, so I went and I watched it, and so that's why I did a reading on it. So is this something that you are interested in and you would actually want me to do more of them? I will. If so, just let me know in the comments. What was this? Oh, the paid off card, or paid off to either do something or paid off to shush or something. The potentially, the allegedly, possibly. Some other dude, I'm telling you. Emotions. Okay, I gotta quit. But yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all give me some feedback with that. I'm trying to get my mind, mouth, same speed with all of this. My mind was going so fast on this, my mouth had a hard time trying to keep up. But yeah. So, anywho, y'all don't be a stranger. Come back and see me here, and I reckon I will talk at you later then. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it. Big hugs to you. Bye.